All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're cracking open a book that's basically a legend for chess players, Jeremy Silman's Guide to Strategy. Our mission? To get inside the head of a grandmaster and give you the tools you need to stop making random moves and start building a real winning plan for your games. You know the feeling, right? We have all been there. The pieces are just sitting there, it's your move, and your brain just freezes. It's this total paralysis where you see a million possible moves but have absolutely no idea which one actually makes sense. It's super frustrating, but believe me, it's a completely normal part of the game. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? You know how the knight moves in that L shape? You know the goal is checkmate, but there's this massive canyon between knowing the rules and actually using them to win. You're missing the big picture, the why behind your moves. So yeah, this feeling of being totally lost at the board, let's call it the beginner's dilemma. And here's the good news. Every single strong player you can think of has had to fight their way through this. It's kind of the first big boss battle on your chess journey. This is the key insight. Just pushing pieces around and making legal moves is one thing, but that's not really playing chess. Playing chess means every move has a purpose, an idea, a strategy. It's about making your pieces work together like a team, all driving towards the same goal. And that's the huge mental shift we're going to make right now. So to make that leap, we have to get a handle on the two absolute pillars of chess thinking. I mean, this is the foundation everything else is built on. We're talking about the difference between strategy and tactics. Okay, so let's break this down. Think of tactics as the flashy short-term stuff. You know, the cool combinations, the forks, the pins, all those puzzles you do. They answer the question of how you win material or get a checkmate. But strategy, that's the deep, quiet, long-term thinking. It's your overall game plan. It's what creates the opportunities for those flashy tactics to even exist. Strategy answers the most important question of all. Why am I making this specific move? And wow, this quote just nails it. The legendary Grandmaster Savielli Tartakower put it perfectly. When there's a clear shot on the board, a juicy combination just waiting for you, that's tactics. But what about when the position is quiet? When there's no obvious attack? That's when strategy becomes your guide. It's what tells you how to slowly, quietly build an advantage move by move. So, how do you learn to know what to do when there is nothing to do? Well, you need a toolkit. Let's look at the key things you need to check to really understand any chess position and start building that killer strategic plan. First up, we've got pawn structure. Honestly, this is one of the most powerful concepts in chess. I love this analogy. Your pawns are the skeleton of your army. They're slow, right? So wherever they end up, they create a permanent landscape on the board. And that landscape tells you everything. Which squares are strong, which are weak, and what kind of plans are even possible for the rest of the game. Next up, space. This is pretty simple. It's just how much of the board you control. Think of it this way. If you have more space, your pieces have more room to run around, to switch from defense to attack, to work together. You're giving your army a giant playground, while your opponent's pieces are stuck in a tiny closet tripping over each other. And then there's piece quality. Now, this has nothing to do with those point values they taught you on day one. A rook is not always worth 5 points. What matters is how good your pieces are in the game right now. Are they in the action, contributing to your plan? Or are they sleeping on the back rank? Seriously, a knight that's planted on a beautiful central square can be way more powerful than a rook that's totally trapped in a corner. It's not about what the piece is, it's about what the piece is doing. Okay, so let's wrap this all up into a super practical checklist. The next time you're stuck, just go through these questions. 1, who's got the better pawn structure? Any weaknesses to poke at? 2, who controls more space? 3, whose pieces are actually doing more work? And 4, and this one is huge, who has the safer king? Answering these 4 questions gives you an instant snapshot of what's really going on in the game. All right, so we've got our assessment tools. We know how to read the board, but how do we turn that knowledge into an actual concrete plan? Let's talk about forging that winning plan, step by step. The whole secret is finding one single idea that connects everything. A good plan isn't just a series of good moves. No, it's a story, and every move you make is another sentence in that story, pushing the plot forward, all leading to the checkmate at the end. And here's exactly how you do it. It's a simple, repeatable, 3-step process. First, you assess the position using that checklist we just made. Find the key strengths and weaknesses for you and for your opponent. Second, Based on what you found, you pick one single goal, just one. Maybe it's attacking a weak pawn, like in the example. And then third, and only after you have a goal, then you start looking for the moves that help you achieve that goal. I'm telling you, this right here is the biggest mental shift you will ever make in chess. The moment you stop looking for some mysterious, perfect, good move, and instead start asking, what move fits my plan, everything changes. Your game becomes clearer, it becomes more powerful, and way more purposeful. You stop just reacting to your opponent, and you start becoming the one who directs the game. So when you boil it all down, strategy isn't just for chess. It's a way of thinking. It's the skill of looking at a really complex situation, finding what matters, and creating a simple, purposeful plan. And you can use that skill absolutely everywhere. So the next time you're facing a tricky problem, on or off the board, just ask yourself, what's my plan? I hope this helps you see your next game, and maybe a few other things, in a whole new light.